Hi and welcome. Today I'm actually going to be filming this look right here using the Morphe 350 M palette. So this is the matte version of the also popular Morphe 350 palette. Here it is. I'm not sure if this lighting right now, because the sun is going down, so the lighting is a little bit off, to be honest. I'm not sure if it's really doing, there you go. That's a little bit more honest and true. But this is the palette right here. And this is what I use to achieve this look. I absolutely love this palette. I did purchase the matte and the shimmer palette together. A little Black Friday, Cyber Monday deal. They were like 15% off. So total with shipping and everything, I paid $40 for both of these palettes together. And they're amazing. So if you want to see how I achieve this look, just keep watching.
Okay, so I'm starting this look off with my eyebrows already done, and I am cleaning them up with a concealer, and I'm also using that as a brow bone highlight and using a flat angle brush for that. And then I'm going to take a eyeshadow primer. Everything pretty much that I use in this eye look is affordable, and I'm going to actually blend that in or pat it in using my finger. And every single product that I use to complete my entire face is going to be listed in the description box. And then because I'm lazy, I'm going to take this big fluffy brush and set my entire eyeball at one time, and using my setting powder. And then I take that light color and I actually use that as a brow bone highlight because I'm doing the entire eye look with this palette for the most part. And then after I go ahead and do that highlight, I take this brownish reddish color, which is one of my favorite colors in the palette, and I'm going to use that as a transition color here in and above my crease area. And basically this transition color, if you don't know what a transition color is, typically, well, you can do whatever you want because again, there's no rules in makeup. You do whatever you want to do, but typically I think people use a transition color, which is usually about a shade or two darker than their skin tone. I usually like to use something about a shade darker with a reddish undertone, and it basically helps to merge the colors that you're going to use on your eye. It gives it a little bit more depth, and it also makes the color look less harsh. So you don't just have this color sitting on your lid with no transition. And it really does complete the eye look. Like once I start using transition colors, I'm still not great at eyeshadow, but that's when I was like, okay, I can do this. Like I don't look stupid every time. And then I'm taking that reddish color and I'm actually blending that into the crease just to give this a little bit more of a dramatic look than just the crease color. Than just that transition color that I use. And mainly I'm focusing that on the outside of my eyelid, and then dragging it in a little bit as well. But I'm making sure to blend it out so that it doesn't look harsh. And then I'm taking this dark brown color at the corner, and that's one of my favorite colors. And I'm using that as the color in my outer V. This look is going to be a little bit lighter in the inner corner of my eyes, and then it's going to get a little darker as I go out. And that's another thing that transition color helps with, is just giving it that gradient effect so that it does have blend smoothly from one color to the other. And of course, I got to blend that for my life. You got to blend, blend, blend. If it seems like I'm blending forever, it's because I am. If you put that shadow on and you're not sure if it's blended enough, blend it out some more. And I'm talking, honey, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm going ahead and actually bringing that in a little bit, just a tiny bit, but keeping it on the outside for the most part. And then next I'm going to take this eyeshadow base. It's a lighter color base, and I'm placing that with a flat rounded brush onto my lid area, just the area that I'm going to put my lid color on. And it's going to make sure that the color shows up really well, and that it stays in place, but mainly that it shows up because it's a lighter color and I have darker eyelids. And this is snack break, apple day, keeps the doctor away. And then this is going to be my lid color. I'm going to use another flat rounded brush, and I'm going to be patting that onto the area that I put the base down on. This one I'm not going to be blending it. I'm literally just patting it onto my eye. And there's no particular motion in that. I'm just making sure that there's no blank spots. And then that top area where the transition is looked a little bit harsh, so I'm actually just taking a skin tone eyeshadow from MAC that's not in this palette, and I'm just blending that out a little bit. You can also use a clean brush to blend out any harsh areas too. And then I'm going back in with that darker brown color, and I am using that on the outer V again, and now I'm dragging it up a little bit into my crease to make that lid color a little less harsh. And this is kind of acting as like a closure at the end of my eyelid, so that that lid color is not just hanging out there at the end with nowhere to go. So next I'm going to go ahead and clean up that transition area a little bit more, blend it out a little bit more. And that's the thing about makeup, you just experiment as you go. You go in and you think something doesn't look right, so you're going to go back and fix it. Like I'm just going back in with this brown color, and I'm making the outer corner a little bit deeper. And then I'm taking this reddish brown color, the one I use as my transition color, and I'm intentionally blending out that line where I put down my eyeshadow, my lid color, because it's not a cut crease and I don't want it to be harsh. So I'm just blending it out to make it a little bit softer. And then I'm going to go back in with that red color, and I'm placing that in my crease, kind of softening up that same area a little bit. As you can see, I'm pretty much using like the same 4 or 5 colors, and I'm just going back over and blending and blending. And that's why it takes so long to do your makeup if you want to look right. You can't just slap that shit on and hope for the best. So here I am just working it in some more, blending it out, making sure that there's no harsh lines, making sure that everything looks nice and smooth. And I'm going to go in one more time with this dark brown color just to deepen up that crease and make sure everything is to my liking, because really at the end of the day, that's all that matters. As long as you like it, you're good. And as a final step, I'm going to go back in with that Brow Bone highlight just to make sure it's popping on both sides, and that's it.
So I finished everything off. Overall, I really do love that palette. They're great shadows. They're very pigmented. It's affordable. You know, it's a little bit of fallout on the shadows, but you know, nothing major. So just go ahead and subscribe so you can so you won't miss out on what I'm uploading here. Let me know if you have any questions or any requests in the comments. I am so excited to get started here, but I just want to thank you for watching the video. But anyways, I love you all and thanks for watching, and I will see you soon. Does it look good?
Mm-hmm. I'll leave that in your video. Or whatever I'm doing.
Oh, no, you not.
Definitely leave that.
No, you won't. Not that trash.
That's why isn't.
Absolutely not.
Y'all leave that during.
I'll be back. Oh, shit. Just in case. This is crazy. Who does this? Who does this? It's crazy. The snow. Come here. Fat butt. Keep watching. Subscribe.